side. Uh, but players, because, I mean, the way James Harden got out of that was really terrible. But, players do seem to be held to an unfair standard. Like, it's always, the organization is right. It's probably always going to be the narrative, though, for it. So, can't really argue with that, especially as a media person myself. So, alright, let's end this music here. Let's move on to just more serious talk here. So, there's a report out. The Eagles will eventually trade Carson Wentz. Now, like I said, the Eagles are a mess right now. I mean, they don't really... I mean, they're lucky they're in a terrible division like this, because, God, I gotta tell you, if they weren't, they'd be a lot worse. They're a complete mess. I mean, there's like a club of teams that are in a complete mess the last couple of years. The Eagles are currently there. The Browns, they made the playoffs, but they've been pretty much a mess the last couple of years. The football team, they have a great future, but they haven't proven themselves in the past couple of years. But I've heard if Wentz turns down the Bears, they'll take whatever the Colts offer. Now, here are 5 things that happen before you become a complete mess. There's a power struggle and egos in the front office. You've recently fired a successful head coach. So, there's a lot of egos with the Eagles, and they recently fired Andy Reid, a successful head coach. There's a bad level of arrogance in on your team, and you're starting to draft poorly. And the Eagles are getting there, and it's not a good sign here. Now, I do think that Jalen Hurts is a good guy for their team. I think he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna be the franchise guy there, but I think he can hold down the fort for a bit. I think he's a guy. I think he's a guy that's gonna need helpful players. He's gonna need more help than some of the best quarterbacks do, but he's gonna be pretty good, I think. Alright. So, let's get to the basketball side of things here. So, LeBron, last night led the Lakers to win over the Timberwolves without AD. I'm not going to freak out to this at all. I'm not even here to talk about this, because it's the Timberwolves. So, LeBron has not won an MVP in 7 years. I think it's terrible. And I'm not talking about last night because it's the Timberwolves, but this year the Lakers are 5-1 without AD, and overall they're 11-4 without AD. And this is what valuable is. Aaron Rodgers is more valuable. He's probably the most valuable player in sports in football every year, because without him, the Packers are not much. They're like a 6-10, 7-9 team without Rodgers, So he's like the most valuable guy there. But here's what valuable is. There's a difference between value and talent, and I'm about to explain this to you. So here's talent. When AD was with the Pelicans, they were bad. But he left the Pelicans, and they're still bad. They didn't change at all. No change. AD is very talented, but there's a difference between talent and value. KD is very talented, but the Warriors won a championship without him. And the Nets are on a 3-game win streak without him. Raptors, 17-5 without Kawhi. and they're winning now. They're winning as much as they did with Kawhi. So Kawhi, KD, and AD are extremely talented players. I'm not taking anything away from them. Because let's face it, you can't take anything away from them. They're some of the best players in the world right now. But, they're talented, not valuable. Here's valuable. LeBron James. All right. Here's valuable. The Thunder right now, they're showing talent flashes. They almost beat the Lakers. They almost beat the Bucks. They're showing flashes. But they're a lot worse now than they were with CP3 in the summer. In the playoffs, And they may have lost in the first round, but they were good last year. They were the surprise team. They were supposed to be the 13 seed. And instead they were the 4 seed. So without CP3, the Thunder are not the 4 seed. Or were they? They were the 4 or 5 seed. Doesn't matter. That's still overachieving a lot. That's value. Here's another example of value. The Cavs are back to being a laughingstock. After 4 years of being on top, they're a laughingstock now. Since LeBron left, the Heat have not been a top 2 seed. Steph Curry is putting a Warriors team, a pretty bad Warriors team, in the playoffs right now. So I think Steph, CP3, and LeBron are the definition of value. KD, AD, and Kyrie. Kevin Durant, AD, and Kawhi are definitions of talent. Alright, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get some more music going, because I'm actually kind of winding down here in a sense. How many more segments do I have? I don't know, some of these are pretty short segments. But, alright, hold on, let me see this, hold on. Alright, I got a short segment, that's like half, alright, that's one. Alright, I got about 2 segments left. I have a half a segment, and then a full segment. So, I'm gonna get some NBA music going, actually. Let's get some of that. Don't be confused if I'm talking about football while I'm playing NBA music. That's just how I'm rolling here. Here we go. Alright, so Zion Williamson becomes the first player to average at least 23 points with a 60% completion percentage. And this was actually kind of shocking to me because I figured like Kareem or Wilt, 23 points, 60% completion percentage from the field. 60% from the field. That's not like something Kareem or someone does, but he still has a lot to improve on. Last night really felt like the future, though. I like those games where it's kind of like the future of the NBA playing Ja and Zion. Zion's doing really well. I like what I'm seeing. He's very fun to watch. I hope he can become one of those valuable players instead of talent. And I think he can actually, because I think right now he's working on shooting. He wants to be a good 3-point shooter. But after that, he should work on also kind of passing a bit. I mean, he doesn't have to. He can also be one of those, he doesn't have to be like a LeBron where you pass the ball and score where you're a point forward, because he's not even built like LeBron. He's built like a power forward. LeBron is built, kind of like a small forward, He can do anything. So, Zion doesn't have to pass the ball, but I feel like when you don't score and pass, that leads you to be a talent guy and not valuable. Which is fine. You can be a talent guy. It's nothing against it. Just saying that's going to be the difference in you winning MVPs. Not knock on Zion, KD, AD, or Kawhi at all. You know, just trying to explain the difference here. Because I don't think the media gets that. I don't think they understand the meaning of value and talent, the difference. And when you're talking about the most valuable player, you should give it to the most valuable players and not the most talented players. So give it to a LeBron, Steph, or CP3. But that doesn't matter because I'm not in charge of the voting process. So Ndamukong Suh is hoping to stay with the Bucks. The one thing I'm paying attention to is how they re-sign all their free agents for their possible repeat. You know, I think this is a great place for Suh because it's a fun team, you know, and he's not getting double teamed all the time with Shaq Barrett or Jason Pierre-Paul. So I think Ndamukong Suh has found a home here, and I mean, there's a lot of people they got to re-sign, so I don't know who they're gonna pay. I'm sure they can pay all of them, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. So, you know what? I'm going to switch to football music here because this is my last topic, and it's a big one because it's also big for my ego. But so all right, this quote here. I don't have the full quote, but I have some of it. Hold on, do I have it here? You know what I'm going to do, actually? I'm going to do baseball real quick. I literally have one topic, that's it. So, Aaron Boone said it's time for Domingo Germán to resurrect his career. He missed the entire 2020 season because of a domestic violence suspension. He posted on Instagram that he had left baseball. He later retracted that statement and said he looked forward to returning to the Yankees. Now, he is one of the better pitchers on that staff, which is great, because our staff is stacked, but the problem is, so are the Dodgers. So I like our rotation, though. Even though we lost Tanaka, I like our rotation. Domingo Germán, he's a great pitcher. Garrett Cole, you know, we got Corey Kluber in that now. He's older, but he can still play. Severino is constantly injured, but I think he'll be back, and if he is, he's very good at that. We also got Jameson Taillon, which I like. So, I like our rotation. I like our relievers, too. But we do need another starting pitcher. Our relief pitching staff is very good. We need another starting pitcher, and we got Corey Kluber, so I like that kind of. So I think Domingo Germán. By the way, Clint Frazier was also named the starting left fielder heading into the 2021 NBA season. So, I mean, he's only 26. He played 28 of the 39 games in right field when Aaron Judge was injured. He had 267. He had 8 home runs, 26 RBIs. He was even nominated for a Gold Glove in right field. I mean, I like Clint Frazier, so I like Germán and Clint Frazier coming back. I like that. So, now we are on to the NFL part. Now, I think this is my biggest segment of the day, kind of. Because, this is something I've been saying for almost the whole year. Or, well, not the whole year. Since about week 10, week 11, I've been saying this. So, let's get some music going here. Alright, so, I've been saying since, like, week 10 or 11, Steelers may be undefeated, but Big Ben is not showing